What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be talking about 3 tips for wide receivers to watch film or how they should be watching film. Okay, so we're going to be talking about 3 specific looks that you guys can see when you're looking at zone coverage, man coverage, and then kind of like this catch technique coverage or zone coverage really necessarily from a linebacker. So I hope this video gives you guys some value and it teaches you a few new things just about what you guys can do during the season to improve your game and be prepared. But also, fellas, if you're a wide receiver and let's say you want to get better at your route running, you got to improve your route running quick, fast, and you want to get better off the line of scrimmage, check out that very first link in the description below for our route running Bible. What you'll get access to is a 2-week long training schedule for route running. So it'll be how to improve your route running in 10 days, a full 10-day step-by-step on-field schedule where we break down all the drills you need to do, show you full speed examples of it, show a video explaining each drill, and then obviously the sets and reps behind it. And you'll also get access to a 20 press release video. It's a 49-minute long video. We break down 20 releases, when to use each one, and drills for each one. So I hope you guys can check that out. Very first link below. Let's get started. So how do we look at film here? As a wide receiver, the number one thing that you have to do is you got to pretty much be able to identify where this DB is going to be playing you, what his leverage is, and what's his responsibilities on each coverage, right? So as a receiver, you got to treat it like anytime you're in the film room, anytime you're watching film on your own, anytime you're scouting somebody, if you're not doing it with a notebook and a pen or a laptop, something that you could take notes with, you are getting absolutely no value out of it, right? If you're somebody who likes to watch my videos and you really apply it to your game, you guys should be writing it down. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of information, and if you're not writing it down, if you're not absorbing the information, yeah, you could go back and watch the video, but writing it down, there's something about writing it down, typing it, that helps it process in your head. So as you watch film of a DB, right, that's the number one key. You got to be watching the guy that you're going to be lined up against 24/7. If you're out of the slot, we're going to be talking about that in the next 2 clips, but you're going to have linebackers, you're going to have safeties to deal with. You should be taking notes of how they play you, right? For me, what I would do is I'd be like, okay, how many times is this? I would write down all the specific coverages. Okay, this is press man, inside shade. Okay, how many times are they in that? How many times is he 8 yards off and off man? How many times is he outside shade looking at the quarterback in zone? How many times is he in cover 2? I would write down all those specific things and make tally marks, because let's say 50% of the time he's coming out in this look. Okay, I know as a wide receiver walking into the game, I got to be prepared with probably like 3 releases that are going to look similar, that can build off of all the routes that I'm going to be asked to run, right? So now there's a perfect example of what to do. So he's inside shade press. So why is this DB inside shade? These are the things that we have to think about. He's inside shade because he's trying to protect the inside. So his help is to the outside. So as a receiver, how I can structure my plan, how I can come up with something off the line to do is that I'm going to try to threaten him to the inside, because if I try to if I threaten him here with the move, whatever release it may be, he's going to keep his leverage, which will create space for me to the outside to work. I'm not going to force it. If I have an inside breaking route, I know I'm probably not going to get the inside release. So I'm going to try to work him off the line, take the outside release, and do the best I can to restack. So you got to make sure that you have a plan. So he decides to go with this little hesitation hop release. So he hesitates, gives him that head fake to the inside, and you see DB protects the inside. He's got weight on that inside leg, but that gives me the outside release. And I'm already at the top of the numbers, so I got some space to work anyways. I feel like this receiver takes maybe a little bit too wide of an angle, doesn't give himself much space to kind of run out of this route, because he is running a comeback right here, and he's very close. Quarterback has to throw this thing on a great spot. So we could have maybe restacked a little bit better, but ultimately this is what you want to be able to do. You want to get a free release, and you want to be able to keep timing with the quarterback. That's the entire goal. That's why it's so important to have a high football IQ as a wide receiver. So again, like we were talking about at the very beginning of this video, that video I talk about where we have 20 press releases, we talk about when to use each one. That's what we focus on. Like, this release is used for this specific coverage. This release is used when this DB comes out in this look. So you got to make sure, fellas, when you are watching film, you are taking note of this stuff, so you walk into a game with a plan, so we can ultimately execute the plan and play fast. The goal is to play fast with everything that we do. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Great job working that hesitation hop, getting to the outside, and then obviously creating enough separation to run back to this ball. Okay, so now, next look we're looking at is something that you will see out of the slot, right? So maybe it's a team who likes to bring a safety down, maybe it's a nickel, or maybe it's an outside linebacker who likes to line up head up on you. So if you're seeing this on film, right, you got to understand that, okay, I don't really got to worry about anything that I'm doing off the line. Let's watch this full speed. So he comes off, he kind of gives his little patient release, hits him with that 1-2, and then quarterback's able to get him the ball, and he's able to get that first down, right? So main thing about this right here, when we give this little patient and skip, we understand that this guy right here is not necessarily in man coverage, right? So you got to understand, and I can't see the whole play, I can't see the whole shell of the coverage, but more often than not, when you're out of the slot and you got that linebacker who's inside shade, linebacker who's head up, so more often than not, he's not in straight up man coverage, right? Especially if he's a linebacker. They're not going to put a linebacker in man. They will, but it's not a great matchup when they have a linebacker on a slot receiver, right? So you got to understand that, okay, I don't need to like square him up and attack his leverage and give him all these moves. However, I do have to have a plan for when I have like a short route like a 5-yard out. When I have a slant, when I got to maybe run a fade, I'm probably going to have to shed. I'm probably going to have to get hands off of. So you got to understand that the routes that you're running throughout the week, like let's say out of the slot, you have a super simple route tree. You're running a lot of slants, running a lot of 10-yard outs, 5-yard outs, seams. Maybe that's pretty much it, right? Maybe you're a big part of the offense. Maybe the quarterback likes to get you the ball a lot. We got to have a plan for this specific look with each specific route that I run, okay? So again, like maybe 50, maybe like 75% of the time they like to come out like this, where he's head up, maybe it's like a 4-4 front, and you know you're going to have that guy head up on you in doubles. Okay, that's fine. I got a plan for that. So if I'm going to be running this 5-yard out like this receiver does here, he kind of takes it nice and patient. He closes the distance. He knows that guy's trying to jump to the inside. He wants to get hands. He wants to reroute. So you see how this receiver does a great job of really throwing to the inside. He does a great job of throwing that upper half, selling with his upper body, because that's what will get that DB to jump, gets his eyes in the backfield, because again, he's in zone coverage. And again, that guy's probably not the best coverage guy. So as a slot wide receiver, I got to understand the linebacker's responsibility. Yes, you will see zero, but also it's also important to be able to read the safety as well. And we're going to be talking about that in the next clip that we look at against zone. But you've got to make sure that we understand that linebacker not always in straight up man coverage. He's not always going to be running with me 15 yards downfield. His goal is probably to get hands, screw up the timing, try to reroute me, screw up the spacing of the play. But as a receiver, if I can understand that through film study, I can create a lot of separation, which is what this receiver does right here. Let's watch the thing again, full speed. Great example of what to do against this specific look with this specific linebacker or safety walk down. Okay, fellas, I want to take a break from this video to talk about one of the best pre-workout and protein supplements on the market by A&G Labs. So you got pre-dominance and pro-dominance. If you use the promo code FIRST15, you can get 15% off your very first purchase. So if you check out that second link in the description below, these are supplements specifically designed for athletes. You see supplements a lot of the time made for, bodybuilders, powerlifters, all that stuff. These are made specifically to help your guys' performance in the gym, to help you guys get stronger, bigger, faster, and to help you guys on the field, right? So the protein powder is great. I take that every night in the pre-workout. I take this every single morning. You guys probably wondering how I have so much energy all the time in these videos. That's how. That's what I take every single morning to start my day. So check out that second link in the description below. You guys, promo code FIRST15. Great supplements that you guys could take. Healthy, totally zero banned substances in these products. So I hope you guys could check that out. Second link below. Let's get back to this video. So now, this is going to be a situation we're focused on the slot wide receiver. We're going to be talking about how to manipulate a safety. And look, here's that linebacker look that we were talking about, right? So let's watch it full speed. We end up running this like kind of post concept here. So with a corner stem. I wouldn't call this a corner post, but it's more like a corner stem, like an I wouldn't consider it a corner post. I would consider it more of a post with just like a corner stem, like I said. So when I come up off the line, this is probably a 4-3 look, right? So you got 3 linebackers, right? And you got 2 high safeties. So you probably got another high safety on the opposite side of the field. This, at a certain extent, when a safety's in zone like this, turns into off-man coverage. That's what you have to understand as a slot wide receiver. You got to be able to diagnose these things on the field. This guy's inside shade. His job is probably going to be playing this like curl to flat, hook to curl zone. You're probably going to get a free release, right? So you're pretty much in off-man coverage with the safety. I think that this linebacker should be a little bit wider, trying to get hands and trying to reroute you. I don't know what they've been working throughout the game. I don't know if they've been putting a lot of guys to the flat. I don't know if they've been running the ball a lot, whatever it may be. But when this guy's inside shade like this is not a situation where, I got to square him up and attack his leverage, because he'll probably be a little bit further from some of the looks that you guys see. Don't worry about that guy. If he's looking at the quarterback and he's inside shade, get up into the route. Let's get vertical. You got to get on this safety. You got to run at this safety, and you got to use those moves at the top of the route to create space. So if you're going to be seeing this specific look a lot, top of the route is the most important thing for you. Top of the route is how you guys are going to create space, how you guys are going to create separation. So off the line of scrimmage, you see how he runs. He does such a great job of having a good pad level, being in stride. All those specific details that we talk about, fellas, this is how it can apply in an actual game. He does such a great job of staying in stride. You see what turns, his shoulders and his hips. Where's that DB watching? Because again, he's already screwed. It's zone coverage, probably quarters coverage, I would say. And he's off, and he's got his eyes on his hips, because it turns into man after about 10 yards, right? He's not just going to let him go run over the middle. He's not just going to let him go run to the corner, because his zone is right here. He's going to play. It's pretty much man-to-man with that guy, unless he's got another threat, right? So if I sell with my shoulders, my hips, I got my speed over there, when he's 12 yards off, that guy's screwed, because he's got to play it. He has to honor that corner, because like I said, it turns into pretty much man coverage. And off-man coverage with no reroute route and the quarterback's not getting any pressure because it's zone or not getting a ton of pressure, I don't know what kind of blitz they're bringing, we got time to operate. So that's when we could get the most separation. You see how he gets his hips to turn, he forces the speed turn out of there, but a speed turn can be beat by just great acceleration off the break. That's a great job manipulating this safety and taking advantage of the off-man opportunity that we have. Against quarters, against two-eye safety, and you're a slot and you got a route deep down the field, you should be getting open. You should be getting 3 to 5 yards of separation every single time. There is no excuse for it because you could really be a salesman with your speed, your stride, and your pad level, and also your eyes. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Great job manipulating this safety, taking advantage of the two-high safety look, which pretty much is off-man coverage and getting that separation over the middle. Great route. All right, guys, we want to thank you for watching. I hope this video gave you guys some value. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I always appreciate the feedback. And again, fellas, if you guys are a wide receiver and you want to improve your route running in 10 days, you want a 2-week-long schedule on how to improve your route running. We give you all the specific drills, sets, and repetitions to improve your route running, and a full 49-minute long video on 20 press releases, when to use each release, and then drills for each one that'll really apply to the stuff that we talked about in this video today. Check out that very first link in the description below, fellas. Hope you guys could check that out. I'll see you guys next time.